Hello again, Internet Ghosts. I am still John, and this is yet another episode of Let's Play Stellaris 3.8 Machine Intelligence. Previously, we went to war with the Talacrinan Hive to subjugate them in a brief window of opportunity provided by building more cruisers and reassigning some admirals. We'll come back to that. There are a couple little situational awareness things I want to note first. I've been looking around. One is that we have some marauders down here who we haven't made first contact with yet, and they border our vassal, this hive, and the boss patch Lux, who are a vassal of the Talacrinans. So the Khan could spawn there. We have this pack of marauders here, so the Khan could spawn there, and then our last pack of marauders is up here. Again, in the middle of one of our vassals. So, if the Khan spawns this game, he's going to be our problem. I don't think we'll have too much trouble being ready for him, right? It's 2273, so we have at least 27 years until the Khan can spawn. We have battleships. Our components techs could be better. There was another thing. I wanted to put afterburners on our corvettes. Because we got those recently. And auto upgrade won't do it. And then I think also our destroyers aren't set to auto upgrade either. They were still using tier 2 hyperdrive. That's no good. At some point I would really like to get regenerative hull tissue to be putting on the stuff so it just regenerates passively. That would also be a compelling reason to switch to the gunship stern cruiser component to get another auxiliary slot for it. Anyway, it undid everything I just did there because I didn't save. Oh, not everything. I don't know that I really want to, I don't love spending crystals on ion disruptors on a ship class that I don't really care about, but, So the Khan may eventually be our problem. I have also located our last Fallen Empire here. This is the Alpha Refuge, this is the robot Fallen Empire, but he's way over there, and we don't really have a way to get to him. I would love to go eventually fight him in the mid-game, and steal all of his robot pops. That would be good for us, but we don't have a good path to him. Here, this is kind of making me wonder if this is... So we have this one isolated star and this kind of cluster here. I'm wondering if this is the Chosen. If there's some... So the Chosen are a group of fanatical purifiers that were added in First Contact in the... fairly recently, in 23, and they sit here and they tech up, and there's a wormhole somewhere in the galaxy that goes to their cluster that's cut off from everyone else, and they can be bad news if you're not ready for them. I have gotten much more cautious about opening wormholes before I'm all teched up and ready to fight and have my fleet stacked up after a disastrous game a month or two ago where, I had vassalized all my neighbors, I started opening wormholes, and I was not ready for what was on the other side. So we may have to worry about that eventually. So having found our fourth Fallen Empire, we know that we have Xenophobe, Materialist, Spiritualist, and Robot. So our only potential pairing for a war in heaven is Materialist and Spiritualist. Given that we're a machine empire and we are right next door to the materialists, we may want to side with them. We may want to stay independent. We'll see what fleets look like when and if that happens. I kind of want to get open borders with the Ixodar. So the Ixodar are rebelling against their overlord, the Ymors, I think. So, and it seems they're losing slightly on war exhaustion, but I don't even know if they actually have a path into Ymor's space at this point. But this could be good for us. If they win independence, we can vassalize the Ymors, definitely. They're like, we're on great terms with them. They're materialists, and they're quite weak. So, and they're right up against where we, our two other vassals. They'd be a very natural vassal for us. The Ixodar themselves, they're pretty big, but they're also fairly weak. So we could look into diplomatically vassalizing them as well. I still haven't figured out what it would take to get into this federation, because we're taking this big distance penalty. And that's surprising to me, because this distance is not really that large between our space and their space, right? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 jumps, which seems quite small. I'm not sure if vassalizing the Ganvians by fighting the secret fealty war against this federation here would fix that distance penalty or not. But we'll sort out the hive situation before we return to that problem. Speaking of which, I've done some reading, and it sounds like gestalts, so hives and machine empires, never surrender their planets to orbital bombardment. And this means that, so our bombardment has not been very successful. Our fleets are really not that big in bombardment terms, but there isn't a whole lot of point, like, sitting around bombarding planets. So what I want to do is I want to go grab their last couple systems. I want to move this fleet over here, or towards... How do you get from Lost Patch Lux space into Telakon space? Okay, so they could come in this way, or they could come in this way. I'm a little worried about the possibility... Like, so this fleet was moving this way. I know they have another fleet somewhere. I'm concerned about the possibility that they stack up and hit me at the same time that what's left of the Hive fleet comes out of emergency, like, missing in action. So I want to move my biggest, strongest fleet kind of into this middle area where I can counter a move from either side. And this will also let us capture their last couple of remaining star bases. The other thing here... So our Corvette fleet's pretty torn up. I don't know if we actually want to reinforce with Corvettes, or just... I also don't know. We may already have reinforced with Corvettes. So, yeah, I think we did. Oops. I forget what exactly it was before. We'll see what we get here. But our Corvettes took, like, 25% losses, and really our cruisers held the field, while they inflicted similar 25% losses on the Hive fleet. I suspect the Hive probably has like 8 or 9k fleet left. If we catch them coming out of emergency FTL, they should be pretty torn up, and we should be able to win. If they come out somewhere where they can like escape into their vassal's space and repair up, then we may have to actually fight them from fairly full strength. So, I've also been thinking about our objectives with this war, right? So we wanted to make sure that we had an avenue to project power down and protect these vessels in the event of a war against them. And our other objective was the Science Nexus. So I'm thinking that maybe we don't actually need to vassalize the Telakon Hive, because so we have... Generally, when I'm doing ground invasions, I like to have like a 3-to-1 army advantage. And I don't really want to put together 3k of armies. Our current army fleet, it says 1k, but if you split it in half, it's actually like just shy of 2k. And I really wish they would give us another significant digit when it's like, 1.9k, 1.8k. I don't know that we want to wait. So we could build another like 1,000 armies, another 1,000 points of army strength, and then go invade all their worlds. I don't know that's what we want to do. What I'm thinking here is, if we status quo this war, this will... depending. So if we status quo the war in its current state, nothing happens. We just go back to our pre-war borders. They don't become a vassal of us. Their territory is preserved intact. If we capture one of their planets, except maybe their capital, and then we status quo, then a new vassal empire gets created. out of the planets that we have captured and all of the systems without planets that we have captured, which is a lot of systems. And then we could integrate that vassal, and potentially that vassal might not hate us. So let's talk about subjugation war terms. Currently, if we vassalize somebody in a war, we give them very bad vassalization terms. That pretty much your only option with these is like to integrate them, because they're never going to be loyal and they hate this. We could switch our vassalization policy to, I don't know if we want to, but we could, to one of these other options, and that might let us like keep them as a vassal. I think this is probably more relevant if we want to. Well, okay, so we could use status quo to split the hive, and I'm not entirely sure what happens here because hives are weird, and they're xenophages, right? So they have these pops who are regular non-hive mind pops that they are using to produce food. As livestock. So if we split a hive that doesn't have livestock, probably it just makes another hive. I haven't tried it though. If we split a hive that uses livestock, I don't know if the livestock get put in charge and slowly kill off the hive pops, or if the hive pops stay in charge and they keep using livestock. I don't know what happens. So first off, obviously, this is the easiest planet to capture. They only have 200 army strength. We have almost 2,000. This should be like a very quick win if we just take our current transport fleet and land it right here. So that's a thing we might just do. With our 2,000 army strength, we could probably, like, that's about 3-to-1 with these, like, 600 strength planets. Which, incidentally, where's the... I missed. So their capital is like 600 strength, so we could take that. We could take this one here is 600 strength, and also like 70 pops. It's huge. And this one was 600 strength with 45 pops, right? So we could take the... I guess we probably want to take this one as well because it's kind of on our path, right? So that's a priority. We'll make sure we get this one and this one in pursuit of our primary objective of building a corridor. And then once we've taken those two, then we can come back and this one, I guess. So those three are our most important planetary invasion targets, and we have the army strength to go take them. We're not going to invade this 1,000 strength fortress world. I suspect that if we take like all three of these and then we start invading their big industrial worlds, they might just surrender. We might be able to get them to accept vassalization without invading their fortress world. And if we do that, then we're going to want to integrate them pronto, because they're going to hate us. They already hate us, but so also if we so that's one option, is we take planets, we see how far we can push things without getting them to surrender, and then we split the hive. The other option is we take the whole hive, we integrate the whole hive, and then we also pick up the Bospatch Tux as a vassal, because they're a vassal of somebody we vassalized, so they become our vassal. They're a vassal type they don't like. We might want to consider releasing and then re-subjugating diplomatically to get better terms that they will like and where they will be stable. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to move that fleet to kind of the middle, and then we're going to take our armies and we are going to land them here at the very least. And also, I should be using control groups. So you're control 1, you are control 2, and the armies are control 3. Nope. Didn't take. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the war. We're in a position where I expect that we'll win, but there are some questions of winning the peace, right? I don't really want to integrate them because ultimately that kills all the hive pops. I think it would be okay diplomatically, but I don't love doing that. Speaking of diplomatically, this is something I was going to talk about in situational awareness at the beginning, but I didn't do it. So, is that the right? No, that's not it. I wanted opinion map mode. Right. So, we've selected our empire here, and this is how everybody else feels about us. And there's a lot of green here. And this is a little bit surprising to me as a machine empire in a galaxy full of spiritualists, but basically nobody except our rivals, so these are our rivals, these guys have rivaled us, and the metalheads really hates our guts. And this is true because we have avoided doing a couple of things. We have avoided purging, we have avoided xenophaging, so using organic pops as batteries under grid amalgamation slavery. And we have avoided terror bombardment, so killing pops using bombardment. Those are like the three things that are a really good way to rack up diplomatic penalties with lots of people really fast. So I would like to keep this kind of standing situation the way it is, because this will make it a lot easier to keep winning stuff in the Senate. Because when people vote on Senate resolutions, part of what influences this is their opinion of the proposer. You see under like base egalitarian, right under that is their opinion of proposer. So if people like us and we propose Senate resolutions, they're more likely to vote for them. And as long as we keep proposing resolutions that aren't spiritualism, if enough people like us and enough people like the content of the resolution, we can keep spiritualism from passing for a long time. Because once spiritualism passes, then things start going downhill. Or that's the other thing is in violation of galactic law is another big opinion penalty. And I think there are some empires who's in, I guess, the Pictlings. Do we have enough like? Yeah. So here you see under our opinion of them, they're in breach of galactic law probably because their fleet is too small for they're under half of their navy supply. So that's minus 100. With like everybody. So we definitely don't want to be in breach of galactic law, and if spiritualism's resolutions start passing, I think the third one like outlaws artificial intelligence. So that would be minus 100 with everybody, which is a lot. Like, so the Levant, who are kind of borderline, right? They're like plus 150. Right? If you start taking, minus 100 with everyone, that puts it down to only plus 50. So yeah, we will continue to not xenophage, not terror bombardment, not be in violation of galactic law, and part of the way you would do that is by writing the galactic law, and not purging. Let's go back to Empire map mode. Something else we might want to start worrying about here as we pick up more vassals, but with the Ymors, potentially the Ixodar, potentially the Bospatulux, and whatever we get out of here, is the like vassal strength like modifier to opinion. We don't have it here yet. Basically, we're strong enough that the combined strength of our vassals isn't too big, but we may want to start like imposing taxes. Can I do that yet? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so for example, if we tax our vassals, they will grow more slowly. If we tax their science, that prevents them from teching up. If we tax their base resources with the way the AI builds its economies now, that's pretty significant for them because they really want to get as much of their base resources as possible from like mining stations as they can. Taxing alloys might be like the thing that hinders their growth the least, and production of consumer goods is fairly efficient. So I haven't quite often. Many players prefer to tax basic resources. And I was asking around on the internet about why this is. And it sounds like with organic empires who have trade, if you as an overlord have a really high trade value, you can make commercial pacts with your vassals, and they earn a lot of energy from those, which you can then tax back. So if you aren't using basic resource taxes, that trade energy, they then go buy stuff, and it doesn't count as production. Like, if they spend your trade energy buying alloys, those alloys that they're buying don't get taxed. So if you're running trade heavy overlords with commercial pacts, then yes, taxing basic resources is really useful. But we're not. We're a machine empire. We don't do trade. I think we might just tax science, and that's an extra science, 100 science a month, right? For, you know, 0.7 points of they'll still be net positive. Right, they're at plus 5.5. They'll be at plus 4.8 or something. So we're just gonna do that, and we were full on influence anyway. So that's more science for us. Speaking of full of influence, we have some alloys, we have some influence. I think it's time to start building more orbital rings and some hyper relays. I also wanted to build more shipyards here. And we have battle simulators coming. Okay, good. Let's find some idle construction ships. Also, we need more jobs. We're full on jobs again. We have stuff in production on most of these worlds we really want to develop. It might be time to start developing more worlds. Then, if our planetary build speed isn't keeping up with our pop growth. This one's still a mess. We had some other stuff with science modifiers. Maybe we should use that. Oh, that was also a thought, was that since we have these machine assembly plants, and we're no longer like alloy crunched for fleet, I'm just going to enable them. And that's some more jobs. Here, but okay. Do I have crystal mines? I guess I don't. Okay. None of these really have science bonuses. This one at least has a science bonus. Maybe we turn this into another tech world and actually specialize it properly, rather than this mix of crap that's going on here. So we can build some mining here and phase out some mining here. Not that I really need stuff in other districts. We need housing. We could replace with housing and build more labs. I'm not sure, we might replace that too, but let's do... Oh, another thought was that we could start building out a fortress world, right? Anchorages are great for getting you another, 100, 200 naval cap, but they don't scale up forever. If we have some garbage planets that we're not really using, that have like crappy... Well, this one would be an okay mining regenerator world. Are any of your planets really, really bad? This one's pretty bad. We could use this as a fortress world. And it's really... Well, the 8 energy's not terrible. Size 24, crappy districts. This should be a forge world. We might just... We're not working the jobs, yeah. Oh, he's not even full up on replicators. Oh, okay, because we just turned the thing on. But... That's an even better generator world. Okay, well, we don't need that many generator worlds. Let's turn it into a fortress. And this means we will start actively sending pops here. I don't know what was proposed.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay, good.
Hostile
very small fleet.
Engaged. Blocker cleared. Construction complete. Council agenda ready. Construction complete.
I also noticed that we have one archaeology site up here that we haven't done, so I gotta go find our archaeology guy and like enable him to do archaeology stuff. We'll send Bubbles back to the capital for upkeep reduction. Okay, we're using the archaeology guy to do special projects in enemy territory. Oops. Oh well, after the war.
Spaceport under attack.
Right, idle construction ships. Let's get a hyper relay here. Let's do. Ultimately, so with hyper relays, I want to be building them from my main shipyard to my border bastions, which is, where is it? There, here, and here, to my gateways. And I also like to do one connecting each of my inhabited planets to the network, so that when I muster invasion armies, they can all like gather really quickly. But we're not going to do them like all over the place. We're just going to hit the important bits. And I also tend to like alternate. Is that the direction I want to go there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, not okay. So that's the longer route. Let's not do that. We'll go through there till we get the habitable. So let's start on hyper relays. Do we have another idle construction ship? Yes. Let's do an orbital ring on our industrial world. And here I'm right-clicking on the world in the outliner to go there directly, and that'll let us build the like the orbital. Where are you going? No. Don't. What? You should be here. You should be able to heal at that starbase. Why are you?
Debris analyzed.
I was also thinking we could switch over our repair guy. Nephri's Pride. Yes. We'll get around to it eventually.
Spaceport under attack.
Buzzword standardization. It's not great for us, but it's not terrible.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay, they're no longer rivaling us. What does that look like for our opinion map mode? Yeah, so they're back into the green. So now the only people who really hate us are the Metalheads and the Telekanen.
Hostile fleet engaged. Spaceport under attack. Construction complete.
What are you... Is there some automation thing that I don't know about? Because he's all over the place. I'm really confused about what he's doing. Okay, artificial singularity on our pre-FTL world. Open borders from the Athonians.
Construction complete.
Interesting. So, like, I guess repairing at enemy stations gets weird when stuff is, like, popping in that you then fight.
Construction complete.
But that brings us back up to 12k. which means we should be able to take the
Spaceport under attack.
like whatever is left of their main fleet when it returns. Science stuff.
Hostile station engaged. Construction complete.
Ground invasion.
Research complete. Spaceborne life form encountered.
Okay, so that took like 20 points off their surrender acceptance. And that didn't cost us hardly any army strength. Durasteel, very convenient. We could start researching kinetics. That's quite expensive for plus 20%. Crystal mines would be good. Afterburners would be okay. I think maybe we get crystal. Well, how do our... I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, let's start doing kinetics. Okay, so those FTLs are advancing. Who are... Is this a... Uthonian rebels? Or something? Wild. We do need city district housing to start getting
Hostile station engaged.
the plus district modules.
Council agenda ready. Planetary invasion begun.
Huh, okay, so hive armies do have morale. They're just regular armies, not like robot armies. Good to know, I guess.
Construction complete.
Out of jobs again. Did it not give more districts? Did we already use them? Anyway, that's a lot of energy. This one did give more districts though. Okay, great. We can do another foundry upgrade. Yes, please. That's another 4 jobs with no housing, so we'll add another. What do we need more of? Crystals or moats. We're building more moat stuff. We're using crystals for relays though, and for disruptors. So I could do... Let's do chemical plants, and then Nexus, and then we'll do another crystal plant. We could start upgrading some of these, or we could just build more labs here. Do I have planetary shield generators or military academies? I don't know that I do. I thought I got shield generators. Oh well.
Enemy planet secured.
Okay, so our vassals are associating with spiritualists, predictably. Wow, we're approaching 2K science. It's good. Picked up another planet. Their surrender acceptance rose another 10 points. And then, how much army did that cost us? A little bit. We did take some losses there. Merge this back up, and then grab this one. That one should be easy. And then even if we like have to status quo, then we've picked up both the Science Nexus and a path through. How are the Mega Warforms coming along? They're worth... Okay, so they're worth like 100 each. We could bring them forward to the, well, let's wait for them to merge up and then we'll bring them forward to the...
Debris analyzed. Research complete.
So we could start working on L-gates. Railguns would be pretty good though.
Council agenda available.
Do we have any more?
Planetary invasion begun.
We're kind of out of debris here. That's our shipyards. I'm wondering if we want to just like send a like a science ship here so we can kind of swap them back and forth.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Relays are... Okay, I don't know why he's building one there. That's not what I wanted. That's okay, though. That gets us over towards here, so I'll allow
Enemy
it.
planet secured.
Okay, so there's another planet. That one didn't budge the surrender except... Oh, it's ticking. Ooh, I don't know why it's ticking. Let's also, if we have to, so if we want to invade like a couple more planets, I want this one. And the reason for that is there used to be a thing where in wars that split empires, if you took their capital, they would always keep their capital in like after the split. Whereas this one isn't their capital and it has a bunch of swaps, and I think that would be a fine pickup. We don't really want chartered workers' rights, and the reason for that is that our pops don't count very much because we're gestalts. We might return to that if we can't get anything else good. It might be better than this, to be fair. I would really love collective waste management, though. Organic slave trade is an interesting thought. It can be very useful for machine empires. If we integrate what's left of the hive and we pick up their organic pops, we could sell them. I guess we'll end up automatically displacing them, which is also fine. So, yeah, we can support that. That seems ethical. Oh, it didn't get it very far.
Research complete.
Railguns, advanced tradecraft. Yeah. Shield generators for Fortress Worlds, maybe. Yeah, I mean, plasma's not bad, but I never really use it. Energy's okay for now, so let's do shields. I think we'll do prosperity next. Prosperity, synchronicity, or politics were kind of the three we were thinking about taking. It would be politics is tempting. Prosperity might be better, but politics has this. Where's the this funny node where whenever a resolution we proposed passes, we get a big pile of unity, and that would accelerate our traditions further down the line. Prosperity is pretty good though, and if we're having like build speed problems, prosperity would help with that. Envoys produce influence. Diplo weight. Favors. Influence savings. Diplo weight for supporting other people's stuff. I think we'll do prosperity first, and then politics, and then synchronicity. This is stronger early game. We don't really need it. We can take the influence.
Research complete.
Durasteel? Or naval capacity? I think Durasteel, though.
Planetary invasion.
Hopefully. Okay, we're almost full in energy credits. One of these days... Okay, so the Macarian versus Military Alliance war seems like a... They lost a little bit, but not that much. One of these days we'll get climate restoration and be able to start spending this in machine worlds, but we're not quite there yet. I don't really have a plan for what we do with this until we get machine worlds. I guess we could go find the Carabineers and start fishing for the Galatron. This is probably not what you're... I mean, what you're supposed to do with excess energy is you buy strategics. Like that. And that cost, that brought us down like 5k. And...
Council agenda ready.
Okay, the Ymors. Okay, so they're now independent from the Ymors, which means we can vassalize the Ymors. Except that we're at war. Which is an argument for ending this war soon. Oh no. Yep, we were... Okay, so... Now these guys over here have subjugated the Ymors. That's not ideal. Let's see if we can get Secret Fealty. Nope. They're loyal. Ah, crap. Okay, well in that case, maybe we do try to take the whole hog here, rather than going, rather than splitting them. How's our invasion going? Okay, we're definitely winning. Okay, interesting. Didn't expect that. Okay, that means we could go fight the Levant to pick up these guys and the regime.
Enemy planet secured.
Okay. We'll see what that does to their surrender acceptance. How's our army looking? We're at 1.5k. So we could probably take another fight like this with 600. We could. It would be... We're starting to take some losses, right? We were at 2k, now we're down to 1.5k. But at this point, if they status quo, the only thing they have left is this garbage fortress world. So, once we take this, and we could even bring the warforms forward as well. Assuming they don't just surrender. You see our naval cap is ticking up as people take fortress or soldier jobs. Yeah. Where is this? Is it worth building a shield generator here? Not really. It's not like the only path in. Fact, like that would be somewhere where you build the shield generator on your fortress world, but here I don't care. And that is full up until we get machine worlds. We could do, if we have like gas extraction. Do I have gas extraction walls? I do. Okay, there's the orbital ring on our industrial world. We will upgrade immediately. Okay, so our warforms have arrived. We'll merge, and that brings us up to 2K, and then we will land.
Planetary invasion begun. Research complete.
I can't tell the warforms apart from the not warforms. So that's an upgrade for everything. And then swarmer missiles are also very good with carriers. So you saturate the enemy point defense with swarm missiles. Okay. Yeah, we can. Let's tax. You know, can you? If they fall back down to protectorate, do we keep the research tax? I'm actually. Oh, that's so little research though. There's not a whole lot of point bothering. Two alloys a month. That's worth thinking about. That's yeah. We'll Sure. So then that was the mining drone expansion initiative.
Research complete.
Phase disruptors or advanced cloaking. But we're not using cloaking that much. Whereas we are using disruptors.
Enemy planet secured.
Okay, so that's their capital. How are we feeling? They don't want to surrender. I don't really want to invade that fortress world. But I do think we want to take the whole hog here. I think it's time to go fight their vassals' fleets. And in so doing, shift the balance of naval power, maybe? Oh, they have, this is a planet we haven't invaded yet. Yeah, that's an easy one. Is that really the quickest route? Oh, there's a... Well, we do want to go see what that is, meet them. We might want a non-aggression pact with the Stellaris that don't try to like bounce us by closing borders. I don't think they will, though.
Hostile station engaged. Research complete.
Okay, so they did surrender, I think. Well, why would it... Sorry, what? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, right, we picked up a tech from the thing. We're out of anomalies to research, I think? Okay, that was what the cancelled order was out of an... Oh. Who are you? What are you doing? I'm very confused here. But yeah, let's swap in the archaeology guy and set him to do the site. And then we have you we'll keep you around to do special projects on like fragments.
Research complete.
Swarmer missiles, very good. We'll probably go and replace some bits with swarmer missiles. We can keep picking up missile techs, that's fine.
Hostile fleet engaged.
actual hostile fleet, or not really? I'm not. Oh, cat.
Hostile fleet engaged. Planetary invasion begun. Enemy planet secured.
Do they have any other planets I haven't occupied before I go after the Fortress World? They're up to 1,300. Come on, Warforms. Come on. Maybe we start building more armies.
Research complete.
Yeah, Impulse Thruster's pretty good. We should actually start building more fleet, because we're going to go under half of our naval cap fairly soon here, and then we'll be in violation of galactic law. We wouldn't want that.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Yeah, they are grouping up. Which way are they headed? Okay, that's our enclave here. Yeah, improving relations with the New Moors is no longer a priority.
Construction complete.
We will do the alloy processing facilities for increased base output. We're full on... Okay, full on food and energy. Being full on food, we can remedy by spending it. Oh, okay, because we're taxing, we're getting a bunch from, or we're getting some more from taxes now. Do you guys need food? Okay, so the boss patch blocks are breaking off their pacts with the Telacronins. Build speed would be pretty good right now, so we can build more jobs faster.
Hostile station engaged. Planetary invasion begun.
This will be ugly.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay, yeah, this is what's left of their fleet. Emergency FTLing back in.
Hostile
Oh no,
station
it's...
engaged.
Okay.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Oh, insult from the Hive. Can't have that.
Council agenda ready. Hostile fleet engaged.
They're headed for, where are they headed? Yeah, okay, so they're gonna come up here. Hmm. Okay, but we're wiping out the last of the Hive fleet as they come back from emergency FTL. So I'm not... I think maybe we do move this over this way to meet this fleet.
Hostile station engaged. Enemy planet secured.
Okay, we took it. What are we not occupying?
Hostile fleet engaged. Construction complete.
Okay, this is the other Marauders, I think. No, it's not. It's oh, this is the mining drones. Okay.
Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile station.
How much
engaged.
losses did we take here? We lost one of the warforms. We're down to about 1,500. That's not too bad. Let's move these there to keep him out of the way. I don't know which way he'll go. Okay, so he's going left. So he's gonna come up. Well, I don't... Yeah, he could cut here, he could go there.
Research complete.
Gamma lasers would be useful for getting up into higher energy weapons. Let's do detection, though. Are they gonna come...
Spaceport under attack.
They're going straight, so they're gonna come in this side. We could chase them, or we could try to be like here. Where is this? Oh, that's when we'd occupied. Okay.
An alien
Begins.
empire has established communications. Spaceport lost. Research complete.
Sure, we can do that with the Ixdar to build some trust. I do wonder if as we're fighting these guys, if their opinion is falling further. Not really. We're just at war. We're not like... That's it. That's the only penalty.
Spaceport under attack. Spaceport lost.
Okay, they're gonna keep coming straight. They're just sitting there. All right. Well. This is pretty annoying. That. Is there Maybe I need to occupy stuff in Boss Patch Lux territory as well.
Spaceborne life form encountered. Hostile fleet engaged.
Yeah, these corvettes are just not standing up. Oh, anything good in that though? Oh, they have some interesting stuff that I don't have. Yeah, it's and let's switch in the guy with the repair onto the weaker fleet. Oh, he was in battle. No way. Why is it routing me? Okay, let's go there, and then we'll come here, and we'll bring the transport fleet up there as well. I think maybe we want to put boots on the boss patch, like homeworld. And then I think we also, do I have? I don't have reinforcements in transit. So let's start scaling down our corvettes a little bit. And you know, we got the fleet cap. Let's start adding some battleships.
Research complete.
Battleship hull points, never a bad choice. Rebels. Rebels against the Levant. Or against, no, the rebels against the Grand Duchy. Or like, sure, whatever. Actually, what we'll do here is we'll build some districts and we'll build some housing buildings. Drone storage. I'm gonna want an alpha hub, but I don't have it yet. And then we can build a planetary supercomputer. That'll open up a building slot for us. We'll save a slot for the supercomputer. Two amenities. Yeah, we need to start allowing more maintenance drones. Oh, where's Fortress? Oh, it's Stronghold, not Fortress. Okay, there we go. Let's actually start developing one of these other generator worlds. Which one did we say was okay? The one we're turning into fortresses, right? This one is good. Okay, alright. Yeah. Just as I'm expanding my science, I don't want to run out of energy. We're around an hour. I'm not really sure. Sadly, I'm not sure exactly how to make this war end. But we'll pick this up in this similar state. So, thank you for watching.